But yeah, look at that baby. Quite muddy already, but you know. Right, so I've just received my trailer from Cyrusher. Now what I will say, straight off the back, you'll notice DHL has resealed the box, essentially, because there's a lot of tape on there. Also, down here, part of the product is actually sticking out of the box, and there's even more tape. So my suggestion to Cyrusher is going to be that these need to be packed slightly better. I know that there is also a lot of fault with courier companies. They don't always take the best care of things, so I'm not going to solely blame Cyrusher for this or anything, but yeah, I think it's something that could potentially be looked at. Right, let's get into unboxing. Right, so got a nice big fat Kenda tyres for the wheels. Please note they come with a protective cap on there, so that's good to see. Let's put that aside, and again with the second wheel, again nice protective cap on there, again good to see. All right, let's pull this big boy out. Okay, so this will be our tow bar, essentially. We'll put that down, and then okay, let's move this box out of the way. And we'll take the main body out of this bag. Right, let's pop that up there. Right, one thing I will notice that I've noticed straight out of the box, there is a protective cap on this side, and it's definitely missing from the side where the hole was in the box. I don't know if that was an oversight by Cyrusher or whether that came through the box. I'm not sure. The cap is certainly not in the box. I have to be honest, the hole on the inside of the box wasn't big enough for this cap to go through. So it might possibly be an oversight. Let me just check all the other packaging. No, it's most certainly it's not in the extra packaging at all. Anyway, let's move on. Right, also in the bag, or in the box rather, we've got this other bag, and we've got our instructions in here, quite detailed. Photos, quite detailed instructions by the looks of things. So yeah, that all looks good. Put that to one side. We've then got a cover which goes over part of the bike, and also I would say that this looks like an inner section. And yeah, as I guessed, that's got a sort of a rubberized inner to it as well. So I would imagine pretty much that that is a waterproof, well, not waterproof, water resistant, because nothing's really waterproof these days. And really we need to get away from saying things are waterproof and just be a little bit more precise. These are water resistant and not waterproof. Right. Yeah, what else have we got in here? Okay, so we've got what looks like a couple of reflectors, essentially. There's a red and a clear reflector. Right, let's get all this moved out of the way. Looks like we've got some cable ties, so let's get rid of those first. Lovely. Right, that's the cable ties gone. Right, we'll lay all this out on the floor, and then you can see everything that essentially came in the box. Right, so that's everything out of the box. We've got our two tyres, the main trailer compartment. We've got our trailer pole, essentially. Instructions, reflectors, and water resistant covers and inner. Right, yeah, this is all very nice black anodized steel. So what we got on here, some kind of hard plastic. Let's just move these tires out of my way for a moment. These are not blown up at all, so they will need some air in them. Right, that's that out of the way. Right, let's have a look on our underside. Now this is really nice. That's cross-hatched steel, which obviously gives our plate a bit of our trailer floor, essentially. That gives us a bit more rigidity. So yeah, that will stop that from sagging at all, which is really good to see. Nice, very nice indeed. Right, we'll take off our end cap. And let's just lay this down for a second. Right, so these all just lift up. Right, I seem to have found the other cap that was on the other side. So it was in the box. It's obviously got either knocked off or it's fallen off at some point, which has allowed the you know, the extra bit to poke out of the box. So they were in there. So yeah, I'd say that packaging essentially needs to be looked at a little bit more. But this is a really nice design. So as I said, it all folds flat, and then you can bring this out, obviously. When you're going to use the bike. Right. I should probably read the instructions, but it sort of does look fairly self-explanatory, really. Right, let's just move this around. So you can see. Okay. So, as I said, they just pop open. And then this should fit nicely in there. And then screw up. It's nice and tight, and that holds that there. And then we do the same on the back. All right, lovely. That one's in, so we'll screw that one up as well. Is it screwing in? Maybe I'll loosen this one a little bit, actually, just to give ourselves a bit more maneuverability. That's got it. That just needed a little bit of loosening up on one end, essentially. All right. Let's tighten that one up. Okay, wonderful. Right, you can pop that through like there. That slips over and locks into place. There we go. Lovely. And then again, we'll do the same on this side. Right, so we bring that through, and then our little locking mechanism slips over there, locks into place. Then we can bring that up or down, depending on where you want it, essentially, but that's going to lock that section into place, which is very nice. All right, I think next step is we'll get the inner compartment put in here. We'll get that done next. Right, so for our inner compartment that we've got here, I think this is pretty straightforward. We've got the Pacycle or Pacycle. I'm not sure how that's pronounced. Pacycle. But there's a logo that side, and there's also another logo on there. None on the front and back, so and we've got Velcro straps. So let's pull this Velcro apart. Okay, right, so I'm just presuming, well, I'm not presuming, I have read the manual. Now, that's just going to slip into place along there on the Velcro. Very nice. Same again on this side. Just slots on there very nicely. Let's move around. And we'll put this side on. And then our last piece. Well, that's great. That gives us a really nice water resistant compartment there. And then obviously we've got this other compartment here, which isn't water, hasn't got a bag for it, but we can store things on there. And also it means that because there's no ends here, we can actually store things that are much longer and pop them in here so that they come out over the ends. Right, let's move on and get our next bit done. Right, so for our next bit, we're going to pop the wheels on. So if we take our wheel and we take that cap off, just well, that was on there nice and tight. Right, okay, as you can see on there that there's an indent, which, so essentially as we push this in, that's going to pull out our mechanism and that will lock this wheel into place. So we'll pop it in. It's not in fully, a little push and that all locks into place. Lovely. Right, we'll do the other side. Oh, they're on there really tight, compared to those that almost just sort of fell off really. Okay, same again. Push that in there. Now you could push that up and push it in and then let go, and then that's fully locked into place. Or when you're removing the wheel, you push that up and then the wheel slides out. So either mechanism, you can lift this up to push it in, or a little bang on the side. Lovely. Right, I'm not too fussed about the really need to get these wheels sort of inflated really, so I'm going to do that as my next step. Right, so these tyres are rated for up to 30 psi, so that's what we'll pop in there for now. All right, lovely. So let's give these right, so that's 20 psi. They actually do feel quite rigid, so we'll leave it for that 20 psi for now. Let's pop our cap back on. And we'll turn this around. Couple more pushes. Or even 3. Right, that's 20 psi in that tyre as well. Pop our cap back on there. Right. So far, so good. I think this is all looking well. Oh, it does feel really nice and smooth, that action. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Right. Also, we've got a cover. Again, this has got some Velcro straps. So that's going to go on to our top section. Like so. And these Velcro straps just go round that middle bar here on both sides. We've got our tow bar there, and then that's just a simple case. There's 2 holes, one side and there, one there and one there, and then we've got 2 holes essentially in our ball. So if we bring this in, and we only need one of these to begin with. Ooh. It's even a struggle to pull it out, so that might just need a small amount of sanding down. Yeah, that's pretty stiff to get through that. Right, let's give it another go. Oh, finally. Right, so once that's through, that clip just goes over there, and again, that will stop that from coming out. And then we should just be able to slot this one in with a bit of luck. Although, again, it's quite tight. There we go. So it just needed a gentle persuasion, essentially, to get that through. Right. And there we have it. Right, so there's our trailer, all made up with the tow bar on. The only thing left is to connect it to a bike and to give it a bit of a test ride. But she certainly does look very nice. So one thing I did think of as well about the trailer's really good. Now, oh, this is awkward, isn't it? Bush, bash it out of the way with my trailer. Yeah, so I got to thinking last night a couple of things about the trailer. Mud guards would be a bonus, although, you know, for the most part I'm sure it's fine. It's just obviously the mud comes off of these big fat tyres and goes all over the canvas. The second little thing as well, which would have been a really nice inclusion, was if you had drop down feet either side, so front and back on the actual underside of the trailer. If you had feet front and back, you could essentially turn it into a work surface or a tabletop or something, you know. So but you know, that was just me thinking out there during the evening. But yeah, apart from that, really happy. It's kept all that weight off of my back, which for the most part is the best thing, and put it all the weight onto the trailer. So right, first things first, let's stop here, get the kickstand down. Yeah, see, look, all this is already, it's absolutely filthy. So mud guards would be advantageous, or a mud guard for the tracks that comes down to a reasonable level and stops all that stuff coming back up. But anyway, let's dispose of our rubbish. And continue our journey. Right, we're on our way home now, so hope you've enjoyed the video. As I said earlier, please hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you next week.